When I was in college, I stayed in an old dormitory in Manila, a building more than 100 years old. It had gray, cold cement floors and high ceilings that made every sound echo longer than it should. The walls were thick, painted over so many times that the layers had started to peel like old skin. The dorm used to be a hospital during World War II. That's what everyone said. The kind where soldiers were treated in cramped wards and not all of them left alive. I never believed in ghost stories back then, but that changed one humid night in October. It was past midnight when I woke up and suddenly my heart racing for no reason. The electric fan hummed softly beside my bed, and the air felt heavy, thick with the smell of dust, and something faintly metallic like blood or rust. I tried to turn on my side and go back to sleep, but a strange feeling crept over me, the kind of instinct you can't explain. It felt like someone was watching me. I slowly opened my eyes. In the far corner of the room, just beyond the glow of the streetlight leaking through the window, stood a man. He didn't move. He was just there, tall, motionless, his outline faint but unmistakable. I blinked, hoping it was just my imagination, but as my eyes adjusted to the dim light, I saw him more clearly. He wore what looked like a dark coat or maybe a robe. His face was pale, almost gray, and half hidden in shadow. I couldn't tell if he was a priest or a doctor, but something about him looked wrong. His eyes, the only things visible in that dim light, were fixed on me. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. My body felt paralyzed, heavy, pinned down by fear. The man just stood there, watching. Then, slowly, he tilted his head, as if curious. The movement was so slight, but it made my stomach turn cold. I blinked again, and he was gone. I stayed awake until dawn, the light from my phone clutched in my shaking hands. The next morning, I told myself it was just a dream, a trick of the shadows. I didn't want to think about it anymore. But the next night, my roommate, Mara, looked at me strangely as we ate. She was pale, her eyes hollow from lack of sleep. "I had a nightmare," she said softly. It felt so real." I tried to laugh it off. "About what?" She hesitated. There was a man sitting beside your bed. I thought he was a priest at first. He was praying or whispering something. Then he looked at me, and his eyes," she shuddered, "they were empty." My spoon froze in mid-air. Mara's voice trembled. He looked burned. His clothes were scorched in places, but his face looked like someone had seen too much." I didn't tell her about what I saw the night before. I just nodded and forced a smile, but inside, something in me knew we'd both seen the same man. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept the light on, staring at the corner where he stood. The cement floor gleamed faintly under the light, cold and colorless. At around 3 a.m., the electric fan suddenly stopped. The room fell silent. Then came the sound. Slow, dragging footsteps across the floor. One step, another, closer. When I finally found the courage to look, there was nothing there. But in the corner of the room, where the cement met the wall, was a faint, dark stain, shaped almost like a footprint.